Hey everyone, my name is RJ Hakis. I'm with Hakis Art and Jersey Framing. And if you follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, well, first of all, we thank you for that. And second, you probably have seen us do a ton of Jersey framing work. And today I have a special project that I'm going to be working on and that I want to go ahead and sort of record the process, the framing. This is the second jersey that we do for the same customer, and he was the first one to ever request a making of video for his first jersey. You may remember it was the Aaron Judge, the All-Star game that happened in DC a few years back. So this is the second one that he sent me, and we couldn't be more excited to be working on this. This is from the great Derek Jeter, about as good as it gets. When it comes to baseball, and we're so excited to be working on this. So this is a kind of an unusual, New York Yankees jersey. It's a black jersey, really dark, bold black jersey. It's obviously a signed jersey. You can kind of see the signature right there. And a couple things, the first thing that I always try to look for before framing a jersey is some of the unique features of the jersey. And a couple things stand out to me. First of all, it's really a dark black jersey. And then second, it comes with two patches on the sleeves. You can see that beautiful Yankee Stadium 2009. This is the inaugural season of that Yankee Stadium. And then second, this is from the 2009 World Series, where they became champions that year for the many times, I don't know, 6 times or 5, I can't remember. But it's a really, really beautiful jersey. And the one thing this customer always does is he always sends up, extra memorabilia, extra stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what he sent me this time around. So first piece he sent is this beautiful stat, a nameplate for Derek Jeter. He's obviously an iconic number 2. It says up there respect with the S, or number 2 instead of the S. He was a New York Yankee. I think he only played for the Yankees, if I'm correct on that. From 1995 to 2014, when he retired. He was a 5-time World Series champion. He was the World Series MVP in the year 2000. I believe he still is the Yankees' all-time hits leader at 3,465 hits. He was a 14-time All-Star participant. He won the Gold Glove 5 times, and he's the 5 times Silver Slugger as well. So, iconic career, amazing, as good as it gets. And we get to frame this jersey, which is, like I said, very unusual, not your typical pinstripes jersey that you see the Yankees. And let me show you what else he sent. So he sent me this glove, but it also comes with a certificate of authenticity from JSA. You can see right there, there's a number 2 Jeter patch that is sewn onto the glove, which is really, really cool. So that's number 2. He also sent this wristband. So I've got 3 things so far, and then the last piece that he sent is a commemorative minted medallion. It's a little coin. It's got the number 2, which we're going to try to incorporate that in a place where it fits perfectly. That's the idea. So it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be just a beautiful project to be working on. We appreciate it, and we're going to get to it. So first thing we do is we analyze, we unbox everything that a customer will send us, and then we start to kind of think creatively where every piece is going to fit in, and try to highlight, obviously, the features of the jersey. Like I said, beautiful patches, really dark, bold black jersey with quite a bit of accents right here. The glove, the wristband, the coin, and of course the plaque. So we're going to get to it. We'll be back in a few hours working on it, and then we'll start, talking about the design of the color scheme and things like that. Back in a bit. Hey everyone, so I'm back. We just removed the wrinkles on the jersey. You may recall how wrinkly it was, and that's one of the things that we do automatically. So a lot of times customers will call me and they're like, RJ, do I have to take it into the dry cleaners, or it's really wrinkled up, or can you guys take care of it? And as you can see, that's that's one of the things that we do. So as you can see, it's fully stretched, and I have it mounted on our silver matting. It's kind of a little bit of a shine to it, but I think considering the the autograph, which you see right there, which clearly use a silver pen, also the fact that it's so black, so dark, I think it makes perfect sense to mount this on our silver matting. Now, the top and accent colors, that is not as easy. I've been sort of struggling with that. What color should I use, and so forth. And even with the customer, we kind of went back and forth on the different colors that we could use. And I think I've settled on going with the white suede on top, and then having a black accent underneath. I think it just looks tremendous. I think the fact that the number has a white outline to it, the fact that the sleeves have that white stripe going all the way around, the symbol of the Yankee Stadium has that white, a lot of white, plus the other patch as well. I think it just makes sense. Now I want to go back to black because I want to highlight the power of the color of the jersey, and that's why I'm going with white suede on top with a black accent. So imagine this kind of coming down here, right? We're going to leave, as we always do, a good half an inch or 3/4 visible backing behind it. But as you can see, it looks really, really nice as I come down. I'm going to do this nice non-rectangular shape that I did at the bottom. So I'm going to try and follow that silhouette, that contour that I gave right there. So imagine just how nice it's going to look. I usually put this little frame here just to simulate the depth that I give to all of my jerseys. But as you can see, I think it's going to look really, really nice. Here's kind of an angle look at that, and I like it. I think it's going to look real nice. So the next step after I stretch and remove the wrinkles and figure out the color scheme is to start messing around with the design of the mat. And this is going to be somewhat of a challenge. I like challenges. The reason why is because of kind of the shape of the glove, which you see right there. And by the way, after I started working with it, I realized that it is signed as the Rookie of the Year. You see the ROY, 1996. It's signed by Derek Jeter right there. It's got a beautiful number 2 Jeter. And so obviously we're going to extend the signature to show it. And so, I'm just playing around with the design. I think the wristband is going to look really beautiful right above that opening strap of the glove. So I'm going to start working on that. The plaque, the stat nameplate, if you will, is going to look really good down there at the bottom, I believe. And usually I look for symmetry, right? So if I kind of had it my way and people say, well, how many items can I send you? I probably, would have tried to find another coin, maybe the back of that. I would put the front and the back. But I have to work with whatever the customer sends me. So to me, that's probably a good start. See where I go from there. But at least I have the color scheme. The white suede on top with the black accent mounted on silver. And now the next step is for me to start, putting together some scrap mats and just kind of, playing with the design. And again, as I've said before, once I see it, or once I see it, I know exactly that it's perfect, and that's when we, go ahead and cut the real mats. So this is kind of where we have, and now I'm going to go to work. I use Adobe Illustrator to figure out the design, try a couple tests, iterations, and when I come back next, I should have a pretty good idea as to the overall layout. So stay tuned, and I'll be back in a little bit. Hey everyone, so today is another day. We've been, yesterday we left pretty late, just kind of trying to figure out the design for this awesome Derek Jeter jersey. The one thing that I'm really happy with is what I've done in terms of the design for the sleeves. I feel that the patches are so powerful and so a key part of the design that I wanted to open up the matting design so that I would reveal them, expose them fully. And that's kind of what I did. I'm going to go back up here a little so you guys can see. So I did a little bit of design there around the sleeve. So that's going to look real nice. Let me go over to the other. And there it is. And then up there I did kind of a Hall of Fame type of oval design for the jersey. And things will look obviously better as soon as I raise the matting so that I push the glass away from the jersey, which is what we typically do. I gave it a really nice, almost an inch of room here for the jersey to breathe nicely away from the matting. Same thing on this side. Now the thing that I was struggling with is the sort of the placement of the glove, the wristband, and the coin. But I think I feel pretty good about that design. I even did a little bit of a stuffing for the glove in order to spread it out a little more. It was too, tight, confined. And I feel good about that type of positioning. Might change a little when I mount it, but I really like it. The problem with this design that I found out is I said, where am I going to put the nameplate, right? So I thought about putting it here, but I really don't like it because I believe strongly in symmetry. So if I had another, nameplate, I could easily put it here. I also thought about taking the coin outside and kind of putting it there, but then I said, the nameplate is going to be a lot wider than the coin, so I don't like that setup. So instead what I did is I decided to kind of move everything up closer to the number. There's plenty of room there, and then that would leave me space below these pieces in order for me to put the nameplate. So let me show you another layout that I did. So again, we want our design, we're very feel very strong about continuing to iterate the design until we feel really happy about it. And as you can see, I got the same stuff up there, and as I come down here, I moved that bigger opening for the glove, the wristband, and the coin to go in there, and that gave me a little bit more room at the bottom to put the nameplate. So I'm actually happy, really happy with that. And what I'm going to show you next is, which is one of my favorite parts of designing when I do jerseys, is the actual, cutting of the actual mat. So we do a lot of work until we're happy with the design. We tape up a lot of the scrap mats that we have in the shop, and that's why you see that orange piece right there, and gray and white and so forth. And then when we're really happy with it, I change the blade on my machine, and I let it run and cut the actual, mat, which in this case is going to be a black accent with the white suede matting on top. So let's head over to the machine so I can show you just how beautiful our machine cuts the final mats. Okay, so here is the software that I use for cutting the mats, and I'm going to go ahead and hit cut, and I'm going to head over to the machine over here, so just kind of watch it go to work. So we cut the bottom mat first, which is going to be the black accent. It's going to have a white bevel, and then the machine is going to ask me to put the top one, which is going to be the white suede. You can see the perfect cuts that it makes. It would be almost impossible to do what we do without this machine. So if I had to, if I have to pick one machine that we can't do without, it would have to be this one. That's the perfect cuts that it does. Unbelievable. The inner cut. That's when you know the cuts are perfect. There it is. So if all goes well, watch how easy it is to remove that inner opening. I want to point out that there's no cut on the nameplate because the cut is going to take place on the top white suede, and I'm going to mount the plate on the black backing so that it shows a little bit of an outline, which is really cool. So let me go ahead and remove this one here. There it is. Watch how easy it comes off, and there is the perfectly cut black outline. And now the machine is waiting for me to install the white foam, the white suede, and that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so here goes the beautiful white suede that we have. You can see the cuts. Perfect. But this is going to sit on top of the black. The accent, I usually don't go with another suede because the reveal is just so small. It's about a 1/4 inch. Unless I can find a color that matches perfectly. I think this one is just fine. So we'll just let it do its thing. Kind of follow the side from the way up. One, it is going to be that'll be kind of the final cut that it does. Perfect. Alright, so let me go ahead and remove these. Watch how easy they come off. And now I'm going to go ahead and take this. So if you can follow me along, I'm just going to sit this over the black accent and watch how beautiful it looks. And then I'm going to go ahead and now bring this over to the jersey. Get rid of this scrap mat. Just kind of toss it out, and voila, look at that. Just beautiful. Okay, so I figure the glove is gonna be right about there. I'm gonna extend this flap right here, obviously, because that's a signature. Rookie of the Year, 1996. And then the wristband is going to be right about there, pretty close to the glove. I'm going to take the coin and we'll set it up right about there. I'm going to do something special with that. And then the last thing is I'm going to take the nameplate and I'm just going to sit it right here. Watch how beautiful that's going to look. And obviously the real beauty is when when we raise the matting. The matting always goes about an inch, maybe an inch and 1/8 up, and everything is going to go up, and that's how we give our depth to the jerseys that we frame. So we need a few hours to cut and install the spacers that we use to raise up the mats, and then of course the real work comes in when we start to permanently mount the glove and the wristband and the coin and the nameplate and so forth. But the next time I come back, I'm going to show you exactly how things are progressing and coming along. But I love the contrast of the black jersey with the white foam or the white suede, and then the black accent, and it's also mounted on that silver. So I think we found the perfect combination. Now it's time to permanently mount the jersey and then stretch the sleeves exactly how they're going to look, and it's just going to look incredible. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a little bit. Hey everyone, so we just finished this just amazing Derek Jeter signed jersey, and man, it turned out incredible. It's one of those things, the sign is a funny thing. You start, sometimes you have some sort of an idea, obviously, and that certain things have to go somewhere specifically, and you also know that the patches have to show, so you know those things, but in the end you kind of you try different things, and as you begin to place the items in certain places, when you have arrived to that final piece. And I want to show you just how amazing this turned out. So this is before I put the frame over it, but it does have the glass. It's museum glass, and just want to show you the contrast, with the jersey, the patches, the special design that I did, especially around the sleeves. Watch how beautiful that looks. I mean, that's just amazing, the way that we stretch the sleeves. I'm going to go up here so you guys can see kind of a different angle. And then this Yankee Stadium inaugural season 2009, look at that, just beautiful. But where I'm excited to show you is what I did with the glove, the wristband, and the coin. Look at that. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys there. And then I'm going to get a little close there. Just unbelievable. So we mounted everything on another layer of white suede. And if you look at it from the side, I made sure that the white suede kind of popped out, because I didn't want the black matting to be the first sort of touching the jersey, because the jersey is already black. So that's why I did that. So I tried different colors, for the backing for the glove and everything, but I settled on this white suede just to kind of come back to it. But look how beautiful the glove looks on the white suede. Look at that. I purposely kind of stretched that bottom of it, that number 2 Jeter, and then I purposely kind of extended that flap, obviously to show the autograph and the Rookie of the Year '96, and then I just kind of let it hang, if you will, there. Really something. I love the way that the wristband is sort of right above that little flap of the glove. And then, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the coin, but I really like what I did. I started playing with different layers. So it's obviously mounted on the white suede, but I put a layer
of black matting with no bevel, so I cut that with the 90-degree blade, and then I put another layer of the black mat with the bevel so that it would kind of look layered, and that's where I laid the coin, as you can see, and I think it just looks just tremendous. Let me go ahead and show you guys another angle. And look at the dimensionality of the pieces, right? Love the glove, just the way that it looks. I love the wristband. I'll show it to you from kind of this angle here. And then I love the coin right there. Look at that, the number 2. And then finally, I tried different placements for this nameplate. There was no way that I was going to put it to the side or even top. I think the only place that works is right where it is. It's at the bottom. It kind of anchors the whole thing, the whole design, and I think it just looks absolutely incredible. So again, let me just show you one final time that side, and I'm going to go up a little. You guys could see that, and it just looks tremendous. I'm going to go around so you guys could see the different angles that I'm looking at. So as I walk around, I love this view because it shows the depth of our frames, and you don't see that out there. Most jerseys you see frame. This is no insult to anybody, no judgment whatsoever, but most of the jerseys are really flat, right? You can almost see where the pins are, or the little tags that most people use. And one of the things that I love about our jerseys, and hopefully you do too, is the depth that we give our shadow boxes or jerseys or frames, whatever you want to call it. They just look incredible. So let me keep walking around. And even if you look at it from this side, you can see the lights in the shop. But look at that depth that you see back there where the glove is and the wristband and everything. And then if you look at it from this side, you can also see the patches are fully visible. I'm going to kind of climb up here so you guys can see. I mean, my goodness. It just looks beautiful. I mean, I saw the potential that it had, but like I said, I look at him. A lot of people ask me, can you give me some ideas? And they just show me a picture of the jersey. It's really hard for me to do that. I'm more of the kind of, visual designer that needs to have the jersey here in the shop. And even when I have it, I have to start working on it, doing some cuts, doing some tests, until I can actually arrive at kind of the vision that I have. But look at it. Look at the white mat, the white foam that is sort of over the jersey. Now, I also want you to notice we did a lot of work to put support underneath the matting that sort of encloses the glove. But at the same time, we spent a lot of time kind of wrapping the foam board support that I put with black matting so that I wouldn't see the foam necessarily. And that's why you see the inside right there. But man, this thing looks unbelievable. So there it is. So the only thing I have to do now is just put it up, put the frame over it. The frame is a black frame, and I'm just going to kind of superimpose it so you guys can see, because I want to make another point when I do that. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I just went and got the frame. It's not fully mounted just yet, but I want you to notice the difference that it makes, right? It adds just another layer of sort of a black outline, or reframes it, if you will. When I'm showing people the white suede, they're like, oh man, it looks really bright. But I think as soon as you put the frame, as you can see, it really softens the blow here, if you will. And I think it just does amazing things for it. Just kind of, navigate around and watch how it just completes the whole thing right there, just perfectly. And I love the combination, right? So it goes from black outside to white, back to black to silver, and I think it just looks incredible. I can't wait for my customer to watch this. I hope you're watching, Bill, and I hope you and your family love this new frame. It's always a pleasure to work with you, and I love all the items that you send me. They're real pristine, and you really think a lot about your memorabilia. So I really appreciate that. Like I said, I hope you love it. We're gonna move forward and pack it up for you and send it your way, and I can't wait for it to arrive. It's just beautiful, although I don't want to let it go. But I have to. All right, there you go, guys. One last shot.